What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another Musume video, and in this video, we will be going over League of Heroes. Kind of decided to just go ahead of it. Didn't really think about recording the beginning since it's really just getting into silver. As you guys can see, we are in silver 3, and I had already used the first 5 tickets, so I decided to try something a little bit different. Because you know what? It's just the League of Heroes. The beginning of the League of Heroes doesn't even really matter to me as well. So we'll see how far we can go in today's video with the next 5 tickets that we have. And while we're doing that, I'll be going over the comments that we got over the weekend. And also the episode overview as well. So with that being said, let us just jump into the League of Heroes. But first of all, this is the team that I have. Obviously the Mihono Bourbon that I have the UF9 with, and then basically the two best the two best Suzuka and Measure Ramino that I have, and that's pretty much what I've been rolling with. I did swap Measure Ramino for Taiki Shuttle for a bit just to compare a little bit, and I was like, you know what, I'll just keep Ramino here. So here we go. Let me just get this started and we shall go over the comments. All right, so first comment is from Nova. It's Friday. Well, as you're writing it was Friday, and it's time to recap the anime episode. For the most part, I love every part of this episode as we finally dive into the world of the Satono family. The anime revealed at least 4 more Satono Umas at the very end, and I am hyped. Maybe we can get a mama version for the Satono family. Sorry, I just wanted to fix my mic. I'm so hyped. I think I find myself entranced with Dai's personality and that she really is the McQueen of the family. Up until the last moment, she had never shed tears or showed a lot of emotions with her failure. Yet her final cry really showed how much she endured and how it paid off at the end. Overall, a very refreshing episode to say the least. Also, I found out that I share the same horoscope with Kita. I don't. What was it? Pisces? Right? And then Daya was Aquarius? I'm not in. I literally just saw the episode, but I think, yeah, because since you said Kita, I think it was Pisces. And I think Daya was Aquarius. Maybe I should just do a quick refresher right now. Probably a little later before the episode recap. I don't have much to say on the LOH, but I'm hoping to get a good result. Then again, I just want as many rewards as possible, so this is just a bonus event for me. I think for all of us, it's just a bonus event to get rewards because we really can't get past into the extra stage, so it's all good. Like you said before, winning the LOH is just bragging rights, and I'm okay with not having that. Same here, because obviously I don't have the support cards to even push for the extra stage, and Mihono Bourbon just barely lost to Marzensky, but only for support cards is something I hate, and I might have told you before, it takes at least a full pity to get full LB. I think I'm fully aware that it should take at least pity to get full LB because you need some great luck in order to pull, was it 5 copies of the same card before pity? People say you can use a card at 3 LB or so, but don't you understand that sense of inferiority when other people have the fully maxed LB version? Yeah, I feel that way with my Super Creek, but you know, that Super Creek still works. I am not that picky with Umas, but when it comes to cards, I'm gonna have to stay up all night thinking the pros and cons of pulling. For sure, because with the Umas, we can literally just use them and train them the way we want. Whereas for cards, we literally have to pick and choose which one's the best one or do our research. As a reformed free-to-play player, I have to consider my options carefully. Though I do want to see you pull on the support card one of these days. It's going to be a different feel when compared to your Uma pulls. Well, I guess that would probably be the anniversary, because there's still Uma banners on the way, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And as for your other comment, Nova, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to simply respond to it. So this comment is about it is a disclaimer that this is just a pure rant on Genshin. So I just want to do a quick response to it, but I'm not going to read the whole comment. If you guys do want to see the comment, it is just check it out in the comment section. But all I'm going to say is I do get why your whole thing with Genshin, what you said, I get you. It's totally understandable. Yeah, with the beginning of Genshin, it was pretty cool. I mean, obviously, had that Zelda feeling and all that. I think the only reason why I only lasted like until the end of Mondstadt into the beginning of Liyue was because I don't know. I just simply dropped the game. I think I just started doing other things and completely forgot about it. And I didn't really have that many, I guess, friends. I guess this would be a reason. I didn't have many people to like talk about it, or I guess, you know, compare and talk about the game itself at that time. So it kind of just whatever. Other than that, I could get like the whole like events and all that. They're pretty mediocre, the rewards and all that. Like the anniversary just like 2 months ago, I think was the anniversary. And the gifts were kind of mid, I'll admit that. So I could see that the side events can only get so, you can only tolerate so many of the world quests. I mean, I still have a lot of world quests and I refuse. Well, I don't fully refuse. I just, there's so many other things I can do than running around the world trying to finish the world quests. So I don't. But as for like the farming for like artifacts, materials for upgrading and all that, I guess I'm totally fine with that because I'm used to it. And then, and the only thing about the artifacts is just the substats arc. Getting the right setup, the right things for the artifacts are just complete pain. Other than that, you did mention how they did like corrections, or they made everything that we wanted in, I guess, in Genshin in Star Rail. For example, they added more Trailblazer power, or you want to call it resin, in Star Rail from, I think, was it 120? I don't know if it was 120 or 160, but they bumped it up all the way to 240 already. And on top of that, if your thing is maxed out, you have like an overflow of it where you could basically stock on the extra resin that, or Trailblazer power that you don't have, which is really great. And just a lot of things about Star Rail I wish they would do for Genshin, but it's not too late. They honestly could still do it. Like, it shouldn't be too hard. But I get you with the whole thing about how it's not the game, but it's more on Hoyo rather than the game. So it's all good. Completely understandable. Completely understandable. For me, I want to say I fully enjoyed it. It just became more of a normal thing. But I do enjoy like the new Archon quest and all that. I didn't really have an issue with it. Other than that, there are a lot of improvements that the game could have, but only if Hoyo cared. They should have done it a long time ago. But thank you for your comment. I believe there's going to be another Genshin comment from Ren, so if we'll see what Ren says, because it is the next comment. But thank you for your comment, Nova. This is probably going to be a long comment. I'm sorry. I told you before, Ren. It's all good. No need to apologize. But I'd like to, before I jump into the comment, I'd like to say that my luck in the League of Heroes so far with the races have been kind of on up and down. I've been getting fourth, third places in silver more consistent, more not consistently, but more often than I did in the past. So it probably has a lot to do with my setup. I don't know, or maybe just people with better Umas there. But Mihono Bourbon has been trying to hold her own. But other than that, let's go on with Ren's comment. That's why I said my relationship with Genshin's complicated. I can't really quit because there's something that will always bring me back. I think that was pretty much relatable to me and I guess what I related to, Dokkan. It's funny how I mentioned that because I did recently log in to that like on Friday, I think. Logged in and had some gems pulled and got some stuff, and then ended up fixing up some characters that I haven't fixed up before, and you know what? It still felt good to play the game. At least for me, it did. But for example, if there was a character I wanted and like, I would do the events to get more gems, etc. Yeah, understandable. Like how I finished Fontaine's story to get more roles for Farina. I didn't get her yet, but I did get Charlotte, which I guess means something good since I don't really have the best 4-star luck. Yeah, pulling for 4 stars can kind of be a pain. I did manage to get Farina and also her weapon also off the gems I save. Given that I did get Farina because I did lose the 50-50 on the last banner I pulled, which was for Child or Tartaglia, however you want to call him. But I did get Child, but I wanted to do another 10 pull to go for Xingqiu, which is a 4-star, and ended up getting Tainari literally in the next 10 pull, which pretty lucky. And so I decided to save that guarantee for Farina's. The weapon though, I was pretty lucky, that I'll admit, because I think the last one I pulled for was for Kazuha's weapon, the Freedom Sword, and ended up, and I was like 10-20 pity before I got Farina's sword, luckily. But moving on, the only reason why I'm honestly trying so hard is because I'm guaranteed. I really want Farina because of her backstory, personality, appearance. There is more than a week to get her though, so I'm trying to stay optimistic. Anyway, enough about Genshin. Good. I was worried that this might be a lot about Genshin. I actually trained Kita, ended up getting my first UG9. Using 3 speed, special weak, fine motion, and Suzuka, 1 guts Daiwa, and 1 int Ramino and Mei. I really wish I had the Mei card. Do you think there will be like a free support card pick thing and the Mei card will be there? Most likely. Usually when they give those cards, all the cards have been released prior to them giving them should be in there. But if you were to get that ticket, like, because we are literally about 3 months away from the anniversary, I don't know if it'll be worth it at that point. I'm not too sure. It depends on how soon you get it. If you were to get it like right now, then maybe. But if you were to get it like even next month or January, I kind of just hesitate and probably pick a card that I'd rather like limit break, if anything. Because I really need it. I really regret not rolling for the card back when it came out. And when I saw that I could get Bourbon and Nice Nature pieces from Friendship Shop. Sadly though, I don't really have all of those. So how would one get more friend points? Friend points. Honestly, I'm kind of lacking on the friend points as well. I think, to be honest, I don't know. I kind of don't pay attention to my friend points, which is probably why I'm lacking on it. I would want to say it has to do with the circle. Maybe. That's the only thing I could think of. Not too sure. If anyone can answer that question for for Ren? Put it down in the comment section. It's also a little funny because I have 14.99 at this point in time, which means I need one more gem for a 10. And I just got 10 gems from PvP, but yeah, I have 110, which is progress. Also, I have a question. When training, does bond depend on when May decides to give you the date option, or... to be honest, I think it's random. Because I've gotten the date unlocked for May, like, the first 2 bars before it hits the midway point, or sometimes it lasts until even after that. So I think it just depends on how much you pick the training option with May in there. At least that's how it feels like to me. And on the season, I really liked the episode. I noticed the animation looks really good in the episode, like when Satono was about to slip on the banana peel. I did catch a glimpse. I don't know if they had anything to do with the animations, but I did see Ufotable in the credits. And as we all know, Ufotable is like responsible for the amazing animations for Demon Slayer and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. So I don't know if they had, sure, the animations weren't up to that criteria, but I don't know if they had anything to do with any animations, because I did see Ufotable in the credits. I think I chose the wrong weather. No, I did not. And then the race, I was really glad she won. After all she went through, she deserves it. However, the way the race was at the end was like something was supposed to happen, like someone was gonna pass her. So at first I had the impression she wasn't gonna win, but Uma still surprises me to this day. And lastly, to end off this mile-long comment, I actually ended up getting the new 6-star in reverse. She's pretty cool and she was fairly easy to get. I didn't get her. I literally used everything that I farmed up to that point and didn't get her, so I don't know. It didn't really put me off of the game. It's just like, what happened here? I don't even know if there's like a pity system or anything, but whatever. Reverse is kind of still like on the back end where I'm just kind of like, am I gonna continue playing this or not? But we'll see what happens. Oh, Gold Sky Universe is eternal. Great video as always. I really enjoyed it. Also for the bourbon, I'll possibly get in the future. What kind of combo cards would you suggest, like speed and etc.? Well, for like majority of the positions, I've mentioned this in the past, in the last video probably, where majority of the support card setups, whether they're runners, betweeners, leaders, or chasers, I generally run pretty much the same setup: 2 speed, 2 guts, Sataki Mei, 1 int card at this point, because I haven't been having trouble with int getting to 1200 at the moment. So unless I do have trouble with int, then I won't use 2 ints. If it's for long distance, definitely gotta have at least 1 stamina card, and then 2 speed, maybe even a guts card and an int card, or you could ditch the int card and go for 2 Ys. It all depends on how you're feeling. A lot of them is basically trial and error. I believe Eugen, his setups are a little bit different based on the inheritance that you pick, and I think maybe inheritance skills maybe as well. I'm not sure. He's mentioned it before. But yeah, depending on the situation, I generally think that I think at where you're at right now, 3 speed is fine, but once you get down the road, 2 speed would probably be just enough. Because it seems like you're doing perfectly fine with 3 speed, because you did manage to get your first UG9 with Kita. But I guess as you get more and more support cards to use, more consistently, then you probably end up just using 2 speed and 2 guts, 1 wise, and a Satake Mei. That was pretty much probably the same answer that I gave you from last video, but you saw my Mihono Bourbon. It's pretty much the same what I just said. Usually what changes it up is long distance, where you just have to add the stamina card. For me, that's my personal experience, at least. Because even if I go to like short distance, I still end up using 2 speed and 2 guts, wise, and Akime. Also, I was kind of surprised when I got up to silver already, since back when LOH came out and I only had 8 ranks, it took me a minute to get to silver, and I'm like silver 3, yeah, because with A ranks, I'm pretty sure I don't know how they pair us up, because we do still get, even with me, I still get paired up with like S ranks and all that. So I believe it's just random. I don't know. But since you have UGs now, you do have a better chance to obviously get to the higher ranks easier or faster. And we are at our last ticket. But yeah, great video as always. Thank you for the comment. Ren, I feel like I didn't respond to anything. Something here. Oh no, that was about the episode recap. Right? I don't know which one I was supposed to. I felt like I had something to respond to, but I don't know. It was probably episode related. I'm not sure. I don't think that was my ramen either. But thank you for the comment, Ren. And last comment, we are gonna go over Eugen's comment. Ooh, we only got 3rd place that one. Yikes. Actually, I was feeling that I needed to drink. Oh. All right, so Cygame's marketing team is nasty and keep leeching those people who love to gacha and want to be strong. I mean, isn't that what gacha games or companies that make gacha games are trying to do? Especially if it's a waifu heavy game. Grand Cheval would definitely be my priority pull, disregarding saving jewels for proper support cards. I think that would be me for Duramente. Although I do want Grand Cheval and Satono Crown. So we'll see what happens. I have skipped some other UMA releases, so I'll hope that I'll get them sooner or later. I just hope I have enough time to save up for the next actual UMA banner that I'll pull for. I'm still unsure if I'm gonna pull for Christmas and New Year's. I think depending on the characters and how good they are. But other than that, I don't know if I'll pull. I still really want the McQueen card though. I mentioned before that the baseball McQueen is strong due to proficiency rate, but I'm going to wait for Sports Bourbon reprint because it's more usable every month for escape and lead otherwise, and can still use Ramino and other strategies for Wise card. I can say this baseball McQueen is compatible for Metro Ramino if it's your main. So far, no new UMA that is less than 145 centimeters for me. Really want to pull. Wait. Did I read that wrong? So far, now new UMAs that is less than 145 centimeters for me, I really want to pull. Although I don't have Sleep Tosho and Daiichi Ruby, who this UMA made me a painful experience having a short jewel for pity prize. You were short by a little. There's Biko Pegasus that who knows when to be released. Surprisingly, they haven't released her. I thought they would surprise her once like Hishiakabono was released, because they were pretty much like a duo, at least in the anime. So it's kind of surprising not to see Biko Pegasus, unless we missed out on her. Pretty sure we don't have her. but it doesn't hurt to, I guess, double check. Yeah, we don't have her. Yeah, I still find it odd that we don't have her when Hishiakabon is released. I always keep to forget to mention this topic before with regard which side or term or team in terms of Kita-san and Satono Diamond. During their first release, I tend to be inclined with the Satono fanbase. Maybe one reason is the clothes theme is green, and the other one is the sleeve design of clothes similar to Agnes Tachyon. Although I tend to be an anti with Kita-san, not because I hate her, it's because my frustration on defeat during previous CMs. That is hardly one of the meta when it comes to medium and long distance. Same goes on how I feel where so against Christmas Aguri that's too much meta in every CM. But now things really change. Even there's a particular strong Uma on certain races. It's not that only one Uma is sure to win and have a chance if you really manage to select proper skills. I think they down the line, it became I was gonna say pretty obvious, but it came to the point where I don't think one Uma necessarily wins the things. I think it really just comes down to how it's trained and I guess luck and RNG. But I do feel for like the whole meta with Christmas Aguri cap, like in the past especially. I don't know about Kita now, but I get you. Other than that, let's see. When I first saw Kita and Daya back in season 2, I was just really drawn to Kita. I don't know why. It just happened. Not that I didn't like Daya. I literally just like both of them, but Kita just became my favorite out of the two, just like how Teo and McQueen, you know? Kind of just went that way. I think it also had to do with like my brother liking McQueen and also I guess Tono, so kind of just, you know, it's went the other way. But I originally did like Teo and Kita without even any think about it. I just had the feeling. But other than that, thank you for the comments, Eugen, Ren, and Nova. Let me make sure there aren't any more comments before I go into talking about the episode. And it seems like there aren't any, so perfect. Now we can just talk about the episode. Should be fairly short because it's pretty straightforward. We start off with what was the beginning where Daya, it looked like some kind of dinner party or something, and Daya was talking to, I guess, other members of the family, I guess, because I'm assuming it was like a family dinner party or something, saying that she will win the Kikasho for sure, or make sure that she will. And then Satono Crown came and talked to her, and it seems like Satono Crown is gonna go overseas. And pretty much the main focus, obviously, for this episode was Daya, being that the title of the episode is Diamond. So we start off with the horoscope, right? Right after the opening was the horoscope where they said like 11th place was, I want to say, Aquarius, if I'm remembering this correctly, and then Pisces was 12. And then to avoid like the color red for Daya, and she immediately tried to pour in the peppers, and the whole bottle just fell down. At this point, she seemed pretty gung-ho about fighting the jinx, fighting all bad luck, because she even went to Fuku to get her fortune to not go east, but to just go west. And as mentioned from the comments from Ren about the banana peel, I thought it was hilarious because she did a front flip to avoid that. To avoid at least slipping. And then she just started doing was it the Wonders of Chasing Academy? Where it was like, what was it if you got the first one? What was the first one? That wasn't the piano one, right? But there was the piano one where you got the Legos. It's kind of weird how exactly at 4:44 p.m. if you played a piano, there'll be a Legos, but instead the floor just broke down. That is crazy. The other one was like if you drink the 666 milliliters of honey, something bad will happen to you. She ended up gaining weight or getting bloated or something. The other one I remember was if you stay past midnight at the school, you will not find your way home. And she did a front flip over the gate onto a K truck, which is hilarious because Kita was watching all this happen. I still don't remember the first one, unless I mentioned it. But yeah, other than that, Dio was just heavily fighting against the Jinx. Came to the point where Kita got really worried and talked about it along with Team Spica. And what I like was the different approaches that both Teo and McQueen took when it came to whether or not they wanted to help out their two Kohais, I guess, or the two people that looked up to them. But yeah, how Teo was like, she'll be fine. I didn't need to talk to her or anything, which evidently proved to be right with her when she won the Kika show. And then I really liked the whole McQueen talking to Daya. It just made sense because with McQueen, she was right when she said, like, I know how it feels to be like racing for your family and all that, the pressures and all that, and how she was like, how she was basically trying to convince her that the Jinx is all just what people speculate it is. Because literally, she got really close in the Satsuki show. She got, what, 3rd place, I think? And then in the Derby, she barely lost, even with a broken horseshoe. So it's not like she was slacking or anything. It's not like she was competent to win. She literally had it. All she really needed to do was just believe in herself, and that's it. And not think about the Jinx. Other than that, I just really like that scene because the fact that Dio looked up to her, and her herself, McQueen, time to go and talk to her about the whole thing. And I just like how the one promise was for her to watch Dio win. Which is great. Other than that, what else did I miss? When she brought the crow and the black cat into the dorm room and totally wrecked Kita's lanterns. And pretty much the race just happened. Oh, I guess we can also talk about the other Satonos that we saw. There was the one with the mask, and the other one that was talking about whether or not they should debut, if there was any point in debuting because of the Jinx. And then the other two that was before Dia, like her seniors basically, which we don't know their names for all 4 of them, but I don't know. I'm gonna compare this to the Measuros, but I think if we see more Satonos, and obviously we had seen like 4 more literally, maybe I'll pick between the two. I'm not sure, to be honest. It's between Ryan and the other one with like the short hair. I think I picked the Satono one. It's funny because I'm just literally picking other. I'm literally picking a Measuro and a Satono to compare with. Oh, but yeah, I did like the first 2 Satonos. The other 2 are kind of questionable for me. I don't know if they're going to be relevant in the game or anything. Probably the first 2, but I don't know about the other 2. But I guess we can just talk about the race. I felt like the race was fairly shorter than what I'm used to, but other than that, shoot, I forgot the name. Was it the one who won the Derby or the no, it wasn't. No, Derby or the Satsuki show. I forgot the name, but she was there, like right behind Daya. Was it Divinity? Sounds familiar to me. I think it is Divinity. When she was running like full force, all out towards the final 100 meters, probably even before the 100 meters. The way she was screaming, yelling, I mean, I guess just screaming, just gave me like KO vibes when she was racing Biwa, except minus the the Biwa being or another horse girl being exactly right behind, like ahead of her, and she has to pass them. But it gave me those kind of vibes, like, because Dio went through the whole family jinx thing, the hardships. He basically endured everything. It's like what it said in the comments, but she endured the jinx, the past that she saw with like the other 2 Satonos, and basically all the pressure that's built up. I'm pretty sure there was so much pressure for her because she really wanted to break the jinx. She really wanted to bring that G1 win for them. And I lost my train of thought. There's so much going in my mind trying to figure this out, but yeah, to go off to why she cried, she just went through so much, and I totally like when she was just crying. I was just there like, dang, it must feel good to finally have that, feeling of relief. Like all the pressure, all of that just, suddenly just hit her. At least that's what it seems like to me. And the fact that McQueen was there to see that also was cool, because it was promised that she would see her win, and glad that she was able to win that also. So both Kita and Daya have won the Kika show after losing the other 2 races. Now I'm assuming the second half of the anime would probably be more focused on probably those 2, maybe finally probably racing against each other. Who knows? We'll probably get like a whole like celebration in the beginning of the next episode, maybe. Surprisingly, we didn't. At least I didn't. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. We didn't see French fall here this time, didn't we? Because I thought she was like part of the group, unless I was blind. But I thought I thought she'd be there, because every time like Crown, Hida, Daya, or get together, usually they're there. So I'm not too sure. But other than that, that was pretty much the episode. Pretty good. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention. Papano Ricky made a made her anime debut, I would say, I guess. And I gotta say, I kind of like her. I like her more. Her and her feng shui. Who else made a comeback? Bakushino made a comeback. Very so slightly. She just ran into Kita. Was it Meisho Dodo and Tannhauser with Fuku and the fortune tent? Speak of obviously because Kita's there, but other than that, I don't think anyone else made a showing. Yeah, I don't think anyone else made a showing. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I don't know what to expect this week. I'm just expecting maybe they start. It could be a filler, or they just like hang out and everything, just like how in I guess season 1 where they went to like the festival or whatever. But I think later on in that episode, Suzuka had a race, so I'm not sure. But yeah, we made it a gold 1 in LOH. We have talked about the episode. We are halfway through the season. And that's pretty much it. Tomorrow will obviously be day 3 of the League of Heroes. Hopefully we'll make it closer to platinum. We are still in gold 1. Maybe at least gold 3. And then make it to platinum in day 4. I will still train Ramenos just to see if I can get them better. I got a better one. But yeah, I mean, back to I think what Ren was saying. I guess I could go here. No. I was gonna show my setup, but I guess I'll just go here. So yeah, if you want to see my Mihono bourbon, this is pretty much the one that I did from the last time. 2 speed, 2 guts, 1 wise, and Sataki Mei. If let's go to a medium distance one. I want to say this one's a medium distance one. Yeah, medium distance. As you can see, not that much of a change of a setup. Although they're still runner, still 2 speed, 2 guts, 1 wise, and Sataki Mei. Maybe if I go to Teo, medium distance, same thing, 2 speed. Oh, this time around I did switch it to 2 wise. So, like I said, those wise and is usually the ones that I interchange the most. I don't know why I think I did a wrong card setup on that one, I think. But here's a good recap. 2 wise this time. I think this is the Suzuka I did. Yeah, this is the one. 2 guts. So that's just generally my setup as of right now. If we go to my first UF that I ever gotten, 2 speed, 2 guts, 1 wise, and that was in May. So this is even before this training, the Project Lark, still running the same setup. So yeah, I've pretty much generally been running about the same setup most of the time. So there you go. But with that being said, oh, I have 2 pulls. Yay. I don't think there's anything else for me. Oh, I guess we can do this. I was wondering where that ticket went, but let's just see what we get. Econodictus. I don't even know what card this is. What are you, anyway? A Guts card, which I'll probably not end up using because it's only level 30. Other than that, I do want to pull, but I'm not. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything in the news before I end the video? No. Just the League of Heroes. Nothing really new. Well, I guess with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. So if you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. You guys can hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know how your guys' weekend was, how you guys are doing at League of Heroes. If you guys haven't, give me your thoughts on episode 6. Yeah, episode 6. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts on about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So with that being said, thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.